What is fucking going on? All right, we're back live again. So we're gonna be first of all, y'all want to know after all the shit that's gone into putting this book together, this book launch and everything. Which, by the way, last video, if you haven't watched, we hit number 10 Amazon bestseller. And now it's 3 hours after launching. Let me confirm too. I just want to make sure that we're broadcasting the right area. Let's double check, make sure that we're 100% live for you guys. All right, cool. You want to know what the best fucking sound is after all this? Ooh, baby. But anyways, again, if you haven't seen number 10 bestseller in the first 3 hours. Not only that, we got a little shout outs. We made some motherfucking sales while I took that break. Who we got? Who's the last person? Damn, there's a few of you guys. Thank y'all so much. Who we got? Arnold Brillia, Texas. Colt Manning, Tennessee. Those are my boys. Those guys came and literally wiped my ass in my medical bed. Those are some real OGs. Brandon Hudson, we're going to Delaware. Corey Goforth, back to Tennessee. Jennifer Stickler, we are going to Utah. Mitchell Stevens, we are going. Oh shit, that's Moose Jaw. We're going to fucking Canada, baby. Hey, we're in Canada, eh? What? We're in multiple countries now, bitches. Let's fucking go. Susanna Moore, what's up, Sue? Back in Mississippi. Mark Biggie, my boy, Austin, Texas. Matt Diffie. What's up? Shout out Matt Diffie. We share some wreck stories together. We're back in Tennessee. Jihad Webb, my boy. Another author, homie of mine, Tennessee. Kyle Evans, Louisiana. Trevor in Florida. Elizabeth Walker in Tennessee. Stephanie Brickhill. Oh, what's up, Stephanie? Back to Texas. Ian Nave, my man, Texas. Matthew Rhoda. What's fucking PA, dog? Pittsburgh? Pennsylvania. I'm a fucking idiot. Look at me being an idiot on live. Jennifer Miller, Tennessee. Brent Dorbin, Pennsylvania. Hey, look at that. You learn quick. Well, bro, I just be learning shit today. Guys, thank you guys so much. If you don't know, now you know. www.zachariahwilliams.com someone said Pennsylvania, big dog. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't know how many states before our next one we'll do this. We'll find out how many states we're in now. But hey, that's fucking gangster that we're in Canada now. But y'all, I'm seeing this shit live as it comes in. So please participate, share, tell your friends. We're shooting for number 1 bestseller within 24 hours. We are at number 10 right now, as last week we heard, and that was within 3 hours. We made number 1 new release in 44 minutes. We made top 10 bestseller in 3 hours. So we'll check some of those stats here in a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep rocking on some of these interviews. Jake, I see Big Marv is busy. Let's get you in here, dog.
Let's get it.
You have to be. This thing's kind of finicky. These weighted damn desk mics. So you'll have to
readjust that. Yeah.
Do it however you do it, bro.
Cool, bro. Stoked to be here, man.
Yeah, man. This motherfucker.
You can tighten that with that
little
silver arm.
Yeah, it's a little limp deer. Well, man, so this is a homie of mine, which goes to show, like, it doesn't matter how long you know someone, but it's more about just, like, the type of people you are. So I'm really interested in your perspective on this because, like, we've just become friends, but we've gotten, pretty close in a quick amount of time. But also, you're surrounded by, like, success and successful people, and you yourself are successful. I mean, bro, you're fucking cranking through, launching your own product that you helped, engineer. It's fucking sick. Someone said, Jake, what up? I don't know who you are right now, unfortunately, but let me know your name in the comments. But man, dude, I'd like to hear your opinion for someone that's around this kind of shit all the time. You seem to be someone that can sniff out some of the bullshit, but like as far as like what you've seen on this journey of dropping this book, as you know, someone that's newly involved, like what are your thoughts there, bro?
Yeah, I mean, what would you like me to touch on, man? I mean, just seeing that, honestly, just like me stepping in, you know, seeing it from a different perspective. Like I just have to hand it to you too, like the way that you operate and the way you're able to just blow this launch up, and you're like letting everybody get involved in the process too. Like starting a Facebook group, being fully transparent, showing how you blow it up. Because like this guy, you know, he's got what it takes, and he's actually showing people what, you know, how to get there. And that's really what separates him from like these gurus, because they'll tell you how to get there and they say they know the process, but when it comes down to it and the brass tacks is due, they don't show up, right? Or they don't actually, you know, execute on showing you the real stuff. And he's without any no, you don't need to give this guy any money. You sign up for his group, he just gives you all the gold, you know. And that's what I love about you, man, because you actually just show people how to do it, and then you do it.
That's
like
awesome.
1,300 people in his group in 2 days or 3 days. I was just like, dang, bro, this guy's on another level right now,
Dude.
like so lit. And it gets me stoked, man. So I made it happen. I was like, dude, I got to meet this guy in person, dude.
Awesome.
we just connect so well, like online, and just like the kind of stuff that we do is just very similar, like energy. And so, yeah, I just was super stoked and like just grateful to come out here and actually be part of this, dude.
Man, we're honored to have you, but I wanted to hit on that too, because like that's something that, man, I keep going back to that quote from Jaybird about be the difference you want to see in the world, man. And on my channel, I kind of knock on some of these gurus all the time too, because it's just like what you say, man. Like they claim all this stuff, and then give you just enough to be one step behind them, or they give you just enough to keep coming back for that next 997 course or whatever the case is.
Right.
And like, I did not want people to associate that kind of lifestyle with me. So like, I want everyone to win. And it's like what I was talking about on that last live is like a rising tide lifts all boats, in my personal opinion. And like, if we can help each other become successful, and I look at like, if you look at the people that we look up to, bro, like not one of them make it on their own. Like they helped each other.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm strong where you're weak. You're strong where I'm weak. And so if we can leverage each other, we can get, you know, one of the quotes that, that I'm quoting in the book is, you know, if you want to go somewhere fast, go alone. If you want to go far, you know, go together. Right. And I think that there's a lot to be told in that, because, you know, you start looking at everyone that wants to be successful on their own, or, you know, not letting the next person in on their secret. Man, I'm trying my best. You know, I'm sure I've been busy, so I'm sure there's some stuff that I've like let off, but I'll kind of recap it all. But bro, like I'm like, how can I show everyone what I'm doing live and in the zone, in the moment, and like really pull people in? So
dude, yeah,
cool,
you know, as far as I'm aware, you're the only one in the game really doing that. Like letting people on a book launch. Like this is something people might charge you thousands of dollars just to get this information, right? And, you know, it's just that go-giver like attitude. You're coming out with service, and you're just providing so much value, so much more value just with everything. And like the book and the mindset, and just like you hear basically the hero's journey, seeing you go from the motorcycle accident to just going back, rebuilding yourself, dude. That's super inspiring, bro. Cause I had a similar story where I, you know, had to rebuild myself from basically nothing. Right. Yeah. And so I totally connect with that, but it's super sick, bro. Just see somebody just go get beat down. They're in a place where like, they feel like they're almost nothing, and then they rebuild. And I mean, look at this dude, man. You're like a gladiator now, bro. coming through, just killing it. Like, and then providing so much service and value, bro. Like you just bring so much light and just energy into the space that's so needed, because it's a you know, marketing in general just has a bad rap, because people will take a YouTube course and they think they can go and do your Facebook ads and all this stuff, bro. And then when they actually come around somebody like Zach that actually knows what he's doing, then stuff moves. They're like, oh my God, like this shit works. Like, yeah, it does, because he actually knows what he's doing, but he'll actually show you full transparency how it works too. Right. You know, there's no smoke and mirrors. He's just like, freaking check it out. Right. Like, I mean, you know,
to me, it's way more stressful to even think about trying to hide it all for myself.
Right.
But mind you, while he was talking, we got 2 more motherfucking sales.
Absolutely.
Shout out Matt Maheen, my boy. He also just launched his book, Buying the American Dream. Go buy it. And he's in Florida. Justin Jackson, we back in Texas, baby. Them Cowboys eating this book up, I tell you.
Let's go,
Guys,
baby.
be a part of this movement. Go buy a book right now. www.zachariahwilliams.com/1 foot in front of the other. Guys, this shit's like, it's real now. This is
Let's go.
in the flesh, bro. Like, this smells like a Bible almost. I mean, I don't want to get
Feel those
sacrilegious.
holy vibes, man.
Yeah, holy vibes,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
This shit's
Yeah.
it's spiritual to me, man, on a whole nother level. Like, you'll hear a little bit about my religion and my beliefs on stuff, and obviously, like, I'm in a position I can't not fucking deny higher power. I'm
Absolutely.
a Christian, you know,
Absolutely.
but I'm not one of those like Christians that goes beats your head over, you know, beats you over the head with a 10-pound Bible. But like,
Right.
you know, for me, like, there's no denying, like, not only was I put on this earth to, you know, make some waves, but like kept here,
Dude.
you know. And so it's cool for you because, like, man, like, you didn't have to do any of this. Like, my dude flew back in early from Puerto Rico, like, made the drive down here from home, and like, is just down here killing it, like, doing whatever he can to help out. Like, I didn't ask this dude for nothing. I didn't offer this dude no money. Like, and it's cool because, like, you know, I say this sometimes, and some people take it some type of way and some people don't, but like, in everything you do in life, everything, there's selfish tendencies to everything. Now, there's good selfish tendencies and there's bad, right? Like I give to several nonprofits.
Right.
It's still selfish of me because, like, I want to, it makes me happy to know that I'm pouring good out in the world or doing something, helping someone less fortunate or whatever the case is.
Absolutely.
So it's selfish. It makes me feel good, you know.
Mhm.
And if it didn't make me feel good, I probably wouldn't do it, you know. So like,
Right.
you know, for you know, me to have you here, like, there's selfishness because, like, bro, like, I didn't have to go ask for an energy drink. My dude was like,
Dude,
yo,
I selfishly wanted to see you just crush it, bro. Because, like, you know, it's like your squad is a reflection of yourself. So I see you crushing it. It's a reflection of myself because you support the people that you roll with. They're crushing it. You're crushing it, dude. That's a reflection of yourself,
I like
right?
it.
You're a crew. You work together
Right.
and you grow together. And there's, you know, there's so many different things that you do that, like, obviously I aspire and I, you know, I definitely look up to in a respect, you know, and, you know, I have different qualities too, but, like, you know, when you link up, man, and you really just, like, lock arms, you're like, dude, let's make some stuff move.
Yeah.
All gas, no brakes.
Yes, sir.
Let's just freaking get some momentum and pump some stuff up, dude. Like, magic happens,
Yeah.
bro. And I just knew, like, just being around your energy, bro, like, it just, the magic happens, bro. It does, bro. When you know, I walked in here and I see him light. I'm like, dude, he's just, this guy, the way he is online is exactly the way he is in person.
Bro.
And bro, like that, you don't see that, bro. Because you know, you see that person online and they look all cool, and then maybe you show up and they're 4 feet tall. Like, it's like, hey, bro, what's up, man? Like, you know, like, no, this dude's 6 foot plus, bro. They're all jagged, like, and he's just as kind and just as cool. You know, there's no act, there's no persona. Like, what you see is what you get, and what you hear online is exactly what you're going to get in person. And dude, I vibe with that.
That's
you know,
awesome, bro.
it's just it's lit.
That means
you know?
a lot, man. You know, and that's something that I try and talk about a lot because, you know, I said it on one of the earlier lives like, tattooed, all black, muscles, you know, like, there's a persona, flat bills, J's, fucking
Right.
67 Lincoln Continental, lifted Z71, like, whatever. It's like, oh, damn, bro, come on.
Yeah.
You know, and it is. And I'm open about, like, you know I'm not everyone's cup of tea.
Right.
But also, like, I feel like an idiot to think that there's not people that are more attracted to
Right.
my way I talk or the way I teach or whatever versus other people. And, like, for me, I get upset when I see people view this as like competition, whether you do look and walk and talk like me, or most of the time it comes from the clean cut, you know, fucking 5-piece suits and, you know, the Tom Fords and, you know, whatever.
Right. Uh-huh.
And, like, they look at me and, like, they're like, oh, you know, like, I don't want anyone to get any information from anyone. It's like, bro, like, if we share the same mission,
Right.
and have the same core values and all that, like, to me, bro, I don't care if it's me that changes someone's life or you.
Right.
As long as we're impacting the world and leaving it a better place than where we found it, like,
Absolutely.
that's the fucking move, man. And, you know, like, this book is like, it is now, like, cemented itself in history as a piece of my legacy. And it's cool to see people. I think I started telling this story on the last live with Heather. And I think I kind of got distracted. We were doing 75 hard We literally just got done with it a few days ago. And Heather and I were like
awesome.
outside walking during one of our outdoor workouts. And like, I was like talking about it. And like, I'd had an interaction online with someone. And someone was like, they were so mind blown about my story. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool. It's a cool story, whatever.
Right.
And it's just weird because it's so ingrained to be a part of my life. It is my story. So for me, it's normal. It's
right.
average. It's all I know.
Absolutely.
But for it to like, cause impact in other people's lives, it's really cool. So to have this relationship with you that like we had just not, it hadn't even been a year, I think, since we met.
No, probably been like 3 or 4 months,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
honestly. But like this dude like fucking calls me, we got another fucking sale.
Let's go, baby.
Jonathan Roberts, we go into Scottsdale, Arizona.
Let's
Yo,
get it.
I'm at the end of May, I'll be in Scottsdale and Phoenix
Let's go.
for a week. We're gonna be coming to do hold on. Oh shit, we getting reviews and everything. Let's fucking go. Anyways, I'll be in Scottsdale, Phoenix, all that. I think we're gonna go hike the Antelope Canyon.
Oh,
whatever.
dude, that's such a beautiful place too, bro. Just that's living the dream, man.
Yeah,
Seeing cool places with cool people, man. Just making cool things
Oh,
happen,
I'm
bro.
excited, dude.
It's all the blessings, dude. Yeah.
But honestly, man, like this dude like fucking calls me randomly and shit and just no ulterior motives, just like checks on me and shit, And I like what you said earlier because I still hold true to it. There's a selfish reason behind him checking in on me. Even though there's no ulterior motives, there's still like a selfish desire. It's a good and selfish desire, but it's like he understands like, I'm a reflection of the people I surround myself with and vice versa. And so like, if my boy ain't doing too good, that means I ain't doing too good.
Right.
So
absolutely.
Like I fuck with that, bro. And it's cool to get your perspective, to be someone that like, I genuinely feel like too, and this could be like imposter syndrome and just for everyone. What's up, Randy? For everyone that's like out there watching, like, oh, Zach released a book. There's no way I could do that. Or Zach hit number 10 bestseller within 3 hours. There's no way I could do that. Like, I didn't think this shit was possible either. Like, I still have those feelings. And even people like that are newer to my ecosystem and my network and just my, my persona and personality. It's like, I even sometimes feel like some people are like, who the fuck does this dude think he is? Like putting fucking 10-foot tall banners of himself up and like, renting fucking rooftops in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I love it, bro. It's just all this energy too. And like, I want to piggyback off that last thing you said, dude. It's like, it's okay to have limited beliefs. Just don't fight to keep them. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fight to keep them, bro. Because you can have them. It's okay. Like, just accept that. There's things that you think you can't do, but when you actually get to the thing and you do it, don't fight to think that that's not you anymore because you evolve. You step forward, dude. One step in front of the other, and that's what he did. It one step at a time, right? And then you were able to just 1 foot in front of the other, dude. And now look at you now, bro. Like, just going from just totally wrecked to like, dude, rooftop, venues, like just dope stuff, bro. And like just the way you're able to just create this movement, bro. It's because there's energy behind what you're doing. There's purpose behind it. It's purpose driven, Bro, that's the best kind of the best kind of movement to follow, dude. Somebody who's got a purpose and have a mission because they really genuinely want to see you succeed or be they want you to benefit from this information, dude. And it's not about him being selfish. It's bigger than him because this story that he went through is the answer to a lot of people's problems. And you may never meet the dude that this affects the most.
Oh yeah,
like there may be somebody out there, dude. This might save their whole freaking life, but he may never see you. But you just knowing that, bro, like you putting this gold out there and actually taking the time and effort and to translate those stories into something that's actually a paper copy that people can learn from. Yeah. Dude, it's that's powerful stuff, bro.
Dude, I'm excited.
So
bro.
powerful, bro.
I'm getting amped up just like hearing shit. And bro, we only known each other for like a couple of months, But like it's cool to be surrounded by people like this at this caliber. Oh, by the way, got another motherfucking sale. Chemo Jolie. We are going to I don't know what the address is. Anyways, thank you. But no, so it's funny. I don't know what the future holds. There will definitely be a second book. What direction it goes in, what the title is going to be, I don't know. But you talking about that, so one foot in front of the other is the motto I came up with, is the phrase that I use for a lot of things. But I actually broke this down a little bit more granular with some of my guys too. Which, by the way, if you want to get a copy, ZachRWilliams.com/one foot in front of the other. Shout out. Yo, what's up, Brandy? Thank you. What is it? Thank you, Zach, for always having a heart of gold. Look, it's just all I know, man. And I'm not saying that to be.
It's just is what it is, man. Authenticity.
I don't know how
at
to.
its finest, bro. It's just
bro, I don't know how to be.
Just being real.
But I break one foot in front of the other down even more granularly with some of my guys. And who knows, maybe this will be the next book cover title or whatever, but I call it baby steps too.
Yeah.
So like, you know, it's funny to me because like I'll make this comment in response to people.
Right.
And that's kind of where this came from, and you can ask Jaybird. Jaybird, he probably hated me for fucking years, just one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I'll see some people that'll like comment me or compliment me on like an accomplishment, like this book.
Right.
Someone will be like, bro, congratulations, this, that, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then they'll like respond something or they'll congratulate me. And my response will be like baby steps. That's like one of the comments I make. And they're like, I don't know what fucking steps you talking about. Like these are massive leaps.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like they're obviously compliment me in a true, honest way. Like it's not like it's not like I must be nice or you're lucky kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they're being genuine. But in my head, I'm like, this is that overnight, you know, success thing. It's like,
right.
I've been going through for this book alone. I've been going through a year of overnight success, right? Like
right.
it's about one foot in front of the other.
Mm-hmm.
Some days it was some big steps.
Yeah.
Some days it was just some baby steps. So like when you start looking about the compound interest of like successfully accomplishing something of this magnitude, you know, people think it's like, oh dog, like Zach's taking these massive leaps. And
right.
I'm over here thinking I'm taking baby steps.
Right.
You know, and it also like starts me to start transitioning where I look at some of my mentors or my mentors' mentors. I'm like, damn, they're taking huge leaps. Like, why ain't I there yet? Or why can't I accomplish those same steps? And
right.
in their head,
right.
they're thinking they're taking baby
steps. Yeah.
You know,
just that consistent action every day, just kind of hitting that same thing. Go. And over time, dude, like I don't know if everybody that's watched this has been following him, like, and seen his stories, but you see the 75 hard, you see the stroller, you see him and his wife cruising down the street, you see him hitting the gym, you see him staying up late, dude, like it's like midnight, and this dude's on computer editing stuff. Like this ain't an overnight success. Mm-hmm. This is a lot of consistent days, long days, but you know, he's been putting in the effort in the work, bro, and just seeing it like come together. Like I feel like I'm kind of spoiled because I got to see the background of it. You know, I watch the stories, I see the whole thing, and then just see it come together, bro. And just string all that together and seeing what it really is. Like it just opens your eyes, you know, because it is possible. Yes. You just got to do it. And a lot of people think it's not possible for them, but it's possible for you. Like, well, what's the difference between them and you? Yes. You know, because like neither one of us are like anything super special, but we have something different inside of us that tells us, don't stop.
Yes.
Like keep going. Yeah. You know, maybe that's the separator, but also that can be, people can learn that too. Yeah. They can train themselves on that. And that's exactly what this book is really good for too, is like learning, you know, getting inside the brain of somebody that mastered that skill. Yeah. Like if you want to get inside of like, you know, the head of a master, like, you know, taking that book and actually going through it and seeing his process and seeing how he did it, how this dude got structured into this guy he is now. Mm-hmm. The dude that's just busting out books and get somebody 1,300 people into a Facebook group in 3 days. You know, it's not like, how did you get where you are, but who did you have to become to get there, bro? You know, that's really what it is, bro. And but seeing that and like this, you know, getting this book and just really diving into that story is really going to, you know, let you into his process, you know?
100%, man. And honestly too, I think some people get it twisted where they think like, oh, all right, cool, here's a book, right? Like that's a success for Zach. And they're like, well, dude, I don't have that many successes, or I don't have these big, audacious, you know, accomplishments or whatever. This book is nothing more than just 6 of my fuck ups that I learned the hard way. And now I'm just telling you the lesson I learned in it. So like, I said it out loud earlier, you know, like we take L's, they ain't losses. or
Lessons,
learn
baby.
lessons, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
like, for us, like we either win or we learn,
Right.
and so like all this is a bunch of my losses. I'm
Right.
just giving it to you now as a blueprint and a cheat to not go through it. So like a lot of people think like, oh, bro, like I can't write a book. Like all I ever do is lose and shit. There's more people that can relate to your losses than would ever relate to your successes.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing too is you learn way more than you do from a loss or a failure.
Yeah.
There's way more lessons packed into that than you get for be successful. Like imagine you just put this thing together and then you just launch off first time. Like that happens every once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
But usually it's not how it goes.
Right.
It's someone gets successful because they failed so many times but they learned all these different lessons. And now they're not starting from zero. They're starting from experience.
Yes.
Experience from all these lessons. I don't know how many losses I've taken, but it's a lot, bro. If there was a contest
Enough
for
to
somebody,
write a book.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It could be a freaking book, bro. I've had so many false starts, bro. It's
Right.
ridiculous. But there's so many lessons packed in there. And over time, you're just relentless pursuit of like getting somewhere. You're gonna get there. It's not going to be necessarily in the timeline you want, but it's the timeline God's going to give you, right? Because he was going to test you before he blesses you. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to just keep going, man. And if you fail the test, it's okay because there's a lesson packed in there. You learn that lesson, you go for it again, and you might get it the next time because you're ready for the blessing now. You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny too. You mentioned it earlier about like staying in the mindset of like that imposter syndrome or success guilt or whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
And for me, like so everyone hears the cliche, like your mess is your message and this and that, whatever. And I actually took it and kind of made it my own and said like your disaster doesn't have to be your destiny, right? Like
Right.
you can, well, like I've done fun, and of course you hear all the like cliche like. Doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down or how many times you pick yourself up, but like a lot of times, guys, if you think about some of these like repetitious, corny things or whatever, there's a lot of truth in it. Like if you actually want to take that deep internal look into yourself, it's like, damn, man, like I have been knocked down quite a few times, but the only time I ever start winning is when I pick myself up or whatever.
Absolutely,
so, I think. I would say just the short amount of time knowing you and knowing who I am, like I'm fucking bullheaded and shit.
Yeah,
like,
same.
Maybe that's
same,
maybe
dude.
that's why
we
like,
link up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But that's maybe why we are like, like my wife, man. It was actually kind of funny because it gave me a perspective on life and like how because my wife and I, we were best friends for like 6 or 7 years before we even started dating and this and that. And so she had made a comment and she was like, bro, like everything you put your mind to, like you accomplish. Like, one way or another, you make it happen. And I started thinking about it, not like that's right. But I was like, I started to think about that frame of mindset of like putting myself in those shoes, like what you were talking about earlier, of like every time I face like an obstacle, I then put myself in those shoes of like, every time I put my mind to something, I do whatever it takes to accomplish it.
Dude,
and like, moving forward with that new mindset of like, now I'm like, bro, nothing bring me down. Now, obviously, I would like as smooth of a street as possible now.
Yeah.
But like, I am confident in knowing that like my goals and dreams are bigger than any fucking obstacle that comes in the way.
Absolutely, dude. And you're like he was saying earlier, maybe some of the people didn't see that, but he was just like, don't come to me with problems, come with solutions. And if you go to a difficult task and you're just saying I'm solutions based, I don't care what it's going to be, there's a solution to it. I have to patch this together. I got to call this dude. I got to reach out to this guy, whatever, freaking pay this dude, whatever. But like you find a solution, right? And as long as you have that attitude, man, like you're going to get it. It's not always in the timing that you want, but like, dude, that's what I really like about you too. Cause like, that's one of my strengths. And I see that you too. Like, it's just like, I'll find answers, all solutions, because it's just like, being successful is just becoming a really good problem solver. That's all it is, man. Cause you just have you set a big goal and that you go for that. And you guarantee you're gonna have problems the whole time, bro. It's just how quickly can you navigate around them without rubbing a bunch of people wrong, or like whatever, dude. There's a lot of logistics and things to go in with that. But when you master like that problem solving, frame, and you freaking make it happen,
No, and I agree with that too. And like, I think that's another thing is like, when I started writing this book, I mean, fuck, bro, you're about to hear Marv come up here in a couple of minutes and or here soon and talk about some of the stuff. But like, we knew going into this, like writing the book, launching the book, all the funnels, all the websites. There's so much that goes into this. All the different QR codes, the different links, the different tools, the different goal trackers, everything that goes into this book. We knew we were going to run into problems. And so like when you shift your mindset of understanding like what you're about to face, especially when it's about to be something successful or something win, like
Absolutely.
the enemy throws his in the enemy, whatever, religious or not, political or not, the enemy is definitely people that don't want you to win or things or whatever.
Mhm.
They're going to be coming for you because you're stomping on their territory at that point. So like we knew we were in for a wild ride. So as this shit starts happening, like you just take that as like your responsibility, bro, and like man the fuck up and take charge of your own destiny because otherwise, like, sorry for anyone that's listening, you're just making yourself a little bitch for whoever whoever it is that's coming after you.
Yeah, on
and
that 75 soft program, bro.
Hell no, bro. Hard in this
we ain't about that.
Yeah. So man, I'm about to get my man Big Marv up here. You got time, bro.
Well, yeah, man. I appreciate
Marv's
you
in the
having me out here,
engineer
bro.
seat. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking stoked to have you, bro.
Bro, me too.
I can't wait to connect as soon as we get done with all this. And we done it. Amazon #1 bestseller 24 hours. That's what we're gunning for. We need your help. ZachRLWilliams.com / one foot in front of the other, bro. And we're gonna hang out after this, bro.
Oh, guaranteed, bro.
Oh, yeah,
We'll do a little
snap it
video
up.
for the
Let's
IG.
go, baby. We are live right now. My
let's
boy
get it.
Jake hitting his live.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Guys, if you have not bought yours yet, please go right now. We're shooting for this. We made #1 new release within 44 minutes. We made top 10 top 10 bestseller in 3 hours. But bro, I appreciate you, man. We'll Will you open that door?
Bro, absolutely, bro.
Marv, get your butt over here. Marv's over there in the engineer seat. Yeah, we still live, bro. We just got another sale. Who we got? Kimmo in Maryland. Let's fucking go. I'm asking Heather if she can check rankings again. We fucking working, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
We fucking working.
Some fire, bro. You get some fire. All the fire, bro.
All gas, no brakes. One foot in front of the other. Baby steps. Crewmate. Make your own lane. We calling out all the fucking shots here. Let's go ahead and make a comment. We're gonna pop all this up in everyone's news feed. Big Marv, what you got, bro? What's going on, dude? I'm excited to have you here. What hour of sleep are you on right now?
I have no idea.
How high are you right now?
I got up at
I have no idea.
I got up at 5 a.m. yesterday.
Yesterday.
What time is it right now?
12:30.
So let's see, 5 to 5. That's 24 hours plus 7.
Woo. Man, so it's been a pretty easy trip for you so far.
Yeah.
What happened?
Considering, so when I messaged my wife and let her know, some shit went down. She goes, well, it wouldn't be a Big Marv trip if some shit didn't go down.
She's gonna stop letting you leave the house, bro. Something always breaks or shit always pops off.
And so my little sister's my executive assistant. She drove down from Tacoma. So I have a Tahoe that I typically, take every time I travel for business because it has my face on the side of it. But on this trip, I was like, you know what? Because she offered to take her car, which was a little Ford Fusion, a 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, it's gonna save a ton on gas. She still has a nice stereo and everything else. So I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And we get up at 5 a.m.
Yesterday,
yeah. And because this is a 14-hour drive from my place, and so we leave, we get on the road, and you have to go over a mountain pass to get here. And so everything's gravy until we start climbing up the mountain. And so she has her radiator fan isn't in the shroud completely, right? So she thought it was just the fan banging on the shroud. But for those of you that don't know, I rebuild old Volkswagens, and I probably had 50 different rabbits by this point, and I've blown several engines. So I know what a rod knock sounds like when I hear it. So we're going up this hill, and you just hear, da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, that's a problem. She goes, no, it's just the fan or something. I'm like, no, listen, if I let off the throttle, it's not as loud. If I hit the throttle, I feel like we're about to die. And so we pull over to the side of the road. I put my ear to the valve cover. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely a rod knock. So this is what we're gonna do, right? Problem solutions, right? Because most people, if this happened to them, they'd be like, fuck it, I can't go to Vegas. Trip's ruined. Probably get all in their feelings, but I'm not that way. So I was like, fuck it, we gotta figure this out. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn around and we're gonna ride this bitch till the wheels fall off. We're gonna see how close we can get to home. Maybe we'll even get lucky and get all the way back to my house. Grab the Tahoe, hit the road again. We turned around. We made it not even 10 miles. But luckily, you know, because we were going uphill. Yeah. So luckily we were going downhill when the damn engine blew. So I was able to coast safely into a pullout and call my little brother Sweezy. And it was his birthday too, so I got to wake him up on his birthday.
Yeah, that's your loving brother.
Rescue me. Yeah, so shout out to Sweezy for coming to get us and help facilitate it. And so he came and picked us up. It just set us back about 6 hours. And we drove straight through. I got here.
It only set us back 6 hours on a 14-hour trip.
No big deal. Fuck it, you know. So we got here at 2 a.m. or no, it was like 1:40. When we left the house, though, it said we were going to get here at 2:28. So, you know, I still got here in time, including all the gas stops and everything. Right.
You ask a damn engineer what happened. I'm expecting him to be like, yeah, man, we blew up a car motor. He's over here talking about valve covers and radiator fan and all this shit. Bro, my man said.
Whenever I don't build computers and websites, I build engines and motorcycles. So, right. So yeah, I was probably the perfect person for her engine to blow with her in the damn car. But by the time we got here, I knew we still had a ton of work for this launch. So I'm like, it was 2 a.m. We want to launch this thing. I think it was 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. Yeah. So I was like, fuck, hey, we just got to make this happen. So got set up, immediately hopped on the computer. Haven't stopped since.
Bro, we've been cranking through this. And first and foremost, bro, like regardless of, you know, obviously going back to earlier with Jake's interview about selfish things, like obviously like this does come across as like a selfish, like all of it. It's my book launch. It's my face on the banners. It's me that's promoting this book. Well, yeah, right. I know. I was laughing. I was like, not only does he have his face on his car, he's got it on his shirt, on his hat. Like, let me see your dick, bro. I bet it's tattooed. No. I bet it's tattooed on that motherfucker too. This man said, "Hold up, man." Oh man. But for real though, you can leave
they could buy 1,000 books and find out if the master.
Damn! There we go. Now we upselling, baby. Now we upselling. So FYI, if you have not bought your book yet, ZachROIWilliams.com /1 foot in front of the other. So this is a prime example, bro. Like, anyways, let me go back to saying, like, you know, this seems like it's something selfish, right? Because it's all about Zach. It's Zach, let's get Zach to #1 bestseller, this, that, whatever. And, you know, like, so for those of you who don't know, like Marv is now CEO of ROI Marketing Firm. So me and him partnered. We merged the Automation Goat and ROI Marketing Firm to bring y'all literally, in my humble opinion, like an unstoppable force of marketing as well as automations and what that looks like. But, you know, for you as someone who not only and let me just say this in the most modest way I can. One of the first times we even hung out or got to like really have conversations, because I think we met at the rooftop after party I threw, right? Yeah. And anyways, after one of the conversations we had, like meeting each other and like really getting down to, like, you told me something that like really struck a chord with me to start realizing who I needed to be and who I was to other people, not in a, oh, I'm here, you're here kind of way, but like you told me that I was on your Dream 100. And like, bro, like that meant a lot to me. Like, and also that was something that like I never verbally heard out loud before. And I was like, damn, bro, like I have a Dream 100 and I got people written down and I know what the fuck I think about them and like how I look up to them and how I respect them and how like I admire them and want to, you know, work with them and be with them and, you know, surround myself with people like them. And sort of how someone verbally say that to me, I was like, yeah, bro, that's awesome. You know, hug up. And then I was like, God damn, now like I got some responsibility, bro. Like I got to put my big boy pants on and grow the fuck up. Like, so for someone that like, you know, obviously, so I don't know, I guess you get to scratch me off your Dream 100 now that we're business partners. But like for someone that like, what's it like for you to see this come to life? Because you've seen the good, bad, and ugly of this, like all the pivots and everything. What's this like to you to see this like in the flesh now? Like this is like we here, bro. We fucking made it.
Yeah,
it's done.
Months of tireless work to fucking finally produce it and make it happen. It's incredible. You know, like this is why I do what I do. When I first left Microsoft, everybody told me it was the biggest mistake I ever made. You know, but then I built my own 6-figure company. And then I built other people's 6-figure companies and 7-figure companies, like, and then like you're radically changing people's lives that way. Like it took me a while to learn it, but I learned that time is the most valuable resource on the planet, you know, and I saw the type of lives I was helping people craft by utilizing automation. I was giving people 10, 20, 30 hours a week back by simply automating these little things that they're doing every day that most people write off because they're like, it just takes 5 minutes. We'll compound 5 minutes 10 times a day, 20 times a day, 100 times a week. Like now, how many hours are you losing on this little 5-minute task that's only 5 minutes, you know? And so it really started driving me to just be like, who can I find to make successful, right? So when I first saw you and I saw you speak at the after party, I knew immediately because I already saw you in the group because you were very active in the group. Like people were already tagging you and stuff. You were already respected in the different communities. And so I already kind of knew who you were. But then when I met you in the flesh at MDM, and then I got to see your stage presence because you always like to fucking stand on shit and yell.
My name is Zach Williams. I stand on things and talk loud.
So I was like, yeah, I'm going to put this suit on the Dream 100. And I mainly put people in my Dream 100 because I'm like, I look at them and sometimes I can see potential in people that they don't even see for themselves. Right. And this is actually why I get burned a lot. A lot of my closest colleagues and friends, they're actually, you know, more defensive for me than I am for myself because I'll see potential that in someone that they don't see for themselves. And I'll put myself out there and risk it all. And a lot of times they don't pan out, right? Because you've seen my strategies, you know, the amount of work that it takes, even though it takes a lot of work on our end, it takes a lot of work on the personal brand and that, you know, the people that we're working with, you know, because they got to produce content. They got to show up for their tribe. They got to do all this shit that you're doing. Like we're doing a motherfucking telethon, Facebook Live, you know, like most people wouldn't do this type of stuff. They wouldn't have the type of tenacity to push through and make something like this happen. So yeah, a lot of times that, you know, I pour all my heart, soul, and energy into people and they either, you know, go their own way or it just doesn't pan out for whatever reason. But then the handful that do make it all worth it. Yeah. Right. Like I get to help somebody quit their day job, you know, like, and then on the other side of the coin too, my own team, right. Being able to like my lead developer, for example, he's been able to not only leave Nigeria and go to the UK, but now he just finished his degree and now he's interning under the company as a lead developer and he's advanced much further in his career and he has way more options than he ever had all solely because we built this company, and we're not only changing people's lives and businesses that we're helping build and scale using automation, but our developers that are on our team, we're also
100%.
changing their lives and helping them live lives of freedom. Because my ultimate goal is I was able to leave the 9 to 5 because I was told my whole life, like, just get good grades, like, grow up. Because I built my first computer when I was 10. So my mom always told me, you're going to get a job at Microsoft. You're going to be the one that sets our family free. Like, and I had 9 siblings, so that's a big responsibility.
Jeez,
you know what I'm
bro.
saying?
You
And,
ain't gonna talk about your parents like that,
and
but
and so,
boy,
um,
y'all been having babies like it was back in the 50s, dog. Like y'all ain't got no TV or some shit.
I got 37 nieces and nephews,
Oh,
or 42, something like that right now. But anyway, like, so my family took it hard when I left that behind, but then I was able to create a life of freedom for myself. Now I can spend time with my kids, and I get to travel and do things like this, and self-facilitated through the business that we built. And so the more I can help people create their own life of freedom and control their time, like truly control their time, like, I'm going to continue to do it. And this is just like, this is not only helping you, because obviously this is, a long-term lead magnet. People are going to read this book and they're going to be on a 3 to 6 month journey before they convert higher than that, but it's more than that, like, because everybody that reads this book and consumes this content, like, the reason you make content is because you've taken a lot of L's and learned a lot of lessons, and you want, like, that's how we are. When people, like, I'm 20 years in the industry, 15 years doing it professionally, so when people look at me, they look at me as like, I'm their Sherpa. They're over here at point A, I'm at point B. They want the quickest way there. And so they look at you the same way, and everybody's at different levels, right?
Yes,
There's automation guys that are better than me, right? But people are looking at the next level because they're like, what's the quickest way that I can get there? And so this book is going to shorten that gap and give a lot of people their time back, because if they take these lessons and consume the content and do the work and show up for themselves, it will change their life. And in turn, as a byproduct of that, you're going to get your time back. You're going to live a life of freedom. You're going to build something successful, whatever that means to you, because success to some dudes is a fucking mansion on the beach with 2 Lambos in the driveway. But success to other people like myself, I just want to farm in the middle of the woods with some old Volkswagens and this shit, so.
No, I love it, bro. And like, honestly, too, you guys, go right now. We're tracking this. I'm literally looking at all this live. ZachRWilliams.com/one foot in front of the other. But, to his point, like, this book, man, like, it's like real. It's a real deal book. Like, it's 208 pages, which may not sound like a lot. It might not look, super big, but like, it's a good, healthy book.
And it's not some fucking 16-point, 18-point font with like 2 paragraphs.
It's legit.
It's an actual book. You've seen those motherfucking books, right? They're like, I got a 300-page book. Yeah, bitch, but there's like 12 words on the page.
Type 72
72 font page.
But like, honestly, like what he said, there's a lot here in this book. Like, there's
and
a
what
lot.
you guys don't see is all the crazy amount of automation. Can I give them the automation strategy?
Yeah.
All right. So for all of you that purchase a book, and 10 days after you receive the book, you're going to receive a postcard.
Yep.
And then every 7 days after that, you're going to receive another postcard. Right? This is why we collect the address on the front end. This is why we're pushing that front end link.
Mind you,
This is what
use
ties
the website link. Don't just skip ahead and go to Amazon. There's a reason here. And the reason isn't just like, oh, lead magnet, this, that, whatever. It is literally for you. Like, if you're the type of person who's going to be buying this book regardless, you're going to want this. You're going to want this accountability. So, like, don't think you're skipping out or sneaking away around. Like, follow the instructions. It's for you, right?
Yeah.
This is for you, but go ahead.
If you want the full experience, like, seriously, obviously you can go on Amazon, do what the fuck you want, but you're doing yourself a disservice by not going through the funnel to experience everything that we've prepared for you guys over the last 6
Funnel
months.
hack it, bro.
You
Jake
know?
said it earlier. I'm giving you all the smoke for free. I built an entire group based on giving it all away for free. Funnel hack me. I want you to see the strategy. I am consulting a billionaire right now on this exact fucking strategy. Don't think you're smarter than the billionaire. He's listening to us. He's listening and watching our strategy. It ain't saying like we're all that, but we're kind of on it. I mean, like, we're literally consulting
you
a
kind of
billionaire on
did go
this strategy.
bestseller in 44 minutes, you know.
New release. We're working on bestseller.
Sorry, we're working
We're
on
number
bestseller.
10 at the time right now. We haven't checked. We're number 10 right now, but we did that in 3 hours. Number 1 new release in 44 minutes. Bitches.
So
anyways.
And all of these postcards, there's different lessons, and they're walking you through the content and the different chapters and how to best apply it and use it in your life. And then
to hold you accountable.
And hold you accountable while you're going through this journey, because this isn't just a book that you read. This is like a dynamic journey that you're about to take with us. And based on your situation and how you perceive the book and how it applies to your life, you know, all of you are going to have a different experience. And that's why we created this 8x8 campaign that's going to send you these postcards every week that that are going to walk you through doing this. And then on the back end of that, we got emails with videos coming to you guys. Like, he has shot video content that's embedded throughout this entire book that is giving you
QR codes that you'll be able to scan,
the lessons and everything. And we built this as an evergreen product, so this will never stop. Our goal is to get it into as many hands as possible, and we're counting on you guys to help us spread the word and help get it out there and help other, you know, entrepreneurs, business owners, single moms, whoever they are. We're just trying to help humans live to be the most elite versions of themselves. Because if you woke up today, the fact that you're even awake is such a rarity that you'd be doing yourself a disservice by wasting your time and not becoming the most elite version of yourself. You know, so we want to help as many people as we can. We want to take as many people as we can on this journey with us through this book and this experience. So I'm really happy that we were able to pull it together, even beyond all the bullshit that happened, to try to keep it from happening.
Right. No,
and make it happen.
And like, so chapter 5 is going to be a special one to me. Man, it's easy for me to get lost in the sauce when I talk about, oh, this chapter is special to me. All these chapters are special to me. Like, out of all the bullshit that's happened in my life, I mean, you're talking about insane amount of stuff. There's only 6 chapters in here, right? There's only 208 pages. Like, if you can read 10 pages a day for my 75 hard guys, like 3 weeks, you'll be through this. Like, you know, 10 pages a day, that's 210 pages in 21 days. That's you're done with this book in 3 weeks. But if you're a slower reader or whatever the case is, or, you know, you don't get a chance, but regardless, this is consumable. This is easy content to read. The idea, though, is you have to apply it. But when you get to chapter 5 is the dream life. I get a lot of people I get pigeonholed into this being like an entrepreneur's book or a business book, because that's what I do, right? And it's natural for people to think that, but this is a skill set. This is a blueprint to your dream life, to living your dream life. I talk about it in the book, but I explain what this is also one of my keynote speeches, is your pre-dream dream. Well, actually, my keynote is your dream life, but a part of that is your pre-dream dream. And I don't want to give it all away right now, but it is about, like, when you're going to bed, you've accomplished everything that you need to accomplish. So you're not dealing with that either entrepreneurial insomnia where you're thinking about all the shit you got to go on, or you're feeling guilty for this, that, whatever. Like, you're in bed, you're at peace with everything. You start to go to sleep, and before you doze off, you're somewhere stuck between conscious and subconscious, your real life and your dreams. And you start to envision, like, what you can actually control with your mind. What is that dream car? What is that dream life? What is that dream vacation? How much money do I make? What kind of cars do I drive? What kind of memories am I making? What's my friends and family look like? What do I look like? And this book will show you how to accomplish all that. Like, one of those videos he's talking about, I break down everything in life you want into being a math problem. Like, it's insane. You know, I don't want to get ahead of myself and act like I'm some type of way or some, like, fucking guru or Sherpa or whatever the fuck. Like, but this is something that like I feel convicted to get this message out into the world because like I can see what it's done in my life. And a lot of y'all are hearing like, oh, Zach, it took you 10 years to get here, this, that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's taken 10 years to mentally get to where I am today, right? But also a majority of like the growth that I've experienced has happened, I would say, within the last 4 years massively, and in the last 365 days intently. And this is going to show you all that stuff. This is going to give you a shortcut. But let's just even assume worst case scenario. Let's say I have been working on this version of myself for the last 10 years. Now, I'm not going to like go out there and name off anything to try and make myself or my accomplishments seem, some type of way. But let's just take yours, for example. Like, because me, I'm light years ahead of, if you had asked me 10 years ago where I saw myself, I'm light years ahead of where I thought I saw myself. So I'm going to ask you, if I could give you a cheat sheet to accomplish your dream life over the next 10 years, would you fucking do it? Would you do it? Maybe even shorter, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. Like, this book is only, you said something that hit on this earlier. This book's only as powerful as you actually applying it. Like, if you just wanted to give me a fucking attaboy and throw me $14.99, listen, guys, let me explain how Amazon works. I don't get not near that. Not only that, this right here, this is not a profitable product for us. Every penny of this book goes back into giving another version to someone else, putting another book or this book into someone else's hands. So like, this ain't about me. This is about you. Like, I was put on this earth and kept on this earth to do shit like this. But like, if you just want to fucking read it because you got time to waste, then that's fucking cool. But I'm here to change one fucking person's life, and that could be you. But the only way that's going to be you is if you actually apply the shit that's in this book. If you actually put one foot in front of the other and accomplish the motherfucking shit that's inside that book.
Goddamn right.
Motherfucker. Bro, mic drop. Boom. We got a couple more minutes on this one. I just want to kind of ask you too, like, from someone that like, because you get to see the good, bad, and ugly. I mean, we're on a team call 3 times a week. We're on an all team or a leadership call 3 times a week. We're on an all team call once a week. Me and you have side calls daily.
Yeah.
Multiple times a day sometimes. You've been with me in the good. You've been with me in the bad. Like, what's your experience on like watching all this unfold and the shitstorm around it, and like what your belief on like, was this a good move or a bad move, dog?
I think it was a fantastic move, like, if you guys haven't heard me speak on it already, people buy people, they don't buy products and services, right? So one, I think it's just a brilliant product, first of all, because it allows people to get to know you, make a decision to like you.
Yeah.
And then if they take the true experience that we built for them, they'll learn to trust you through that experience, because if you actually go through it, apply it, the shit ain't going to happen overnight. Most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. Right. So it's really about just applying it and showing up. Like,
I like that.
Like when you're working out, like I'm on a fitness journey right now. Like I'm not going to have a 6-pack overnight. I probably still got 2 or 3 years before, I have the physique that I want. But I mean, I just got to keep showing up every day. And of course, I've fallen off the horse and had to get back on it, fallen off and had to get back on it. But it's really not about how many times you fall down. It's about how many times can you get back up and have the tenacity to continue growing. I can say for the last 4 months being your partner in this, and then prior to that, you just being my client, right? I still remember, like, you inspired me so much that I wanted to help you that I missed an entire event just to automate something for you.
Did, bro.
Right? I just sat in my hotel room, like, building this shit out. But but then it radically changed it for you, right? Like you got 4 million in a week, or 4 million in potential opportunity. So let me clarify that. But and it was all from turning on a system that I was able to build for you, and I see your potential and what you can do for people in the world, and I think this is just a piece demonstrating what you can help teach and offer, the human race. And so like it, and like you said, good, bad, and ugly. We've had our highs, we've had our lows. Currently going through a low, to be 100% with you guys, but you have willpower, you have tenacity, you still lead as a courageous leader. You make sure you come into the team calls and let us all know, like, hey, we're on a mission. This is what we're doing. It can be stressful at times. We yell at each other a little bit every now and then, but
we don't yell at each other. We just yell.
We just
we're
yell 'cause
loud
we're
motherfuckers.
frustrated. Yeah. It's like, God
we talk
damn it,
really,
bro.
really loudly, and sometimes we're talking to each other.
But regardless of that, that I can see, like, that no matter what, you're gonna fucking do this. You're driven and you're committed to the vision. So I can get behind that. I always tell people, some of the best things in life happen just because you show up. If you had been one of those clients of mine where I'm literally waiting fucking months for you to review your damn build so we can get this motherfucker launched, like, you're wasting my time and energy, because I see your potential, but you're wasting your potential because you won't make this a priority.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, bro, you said it earlier, bro. Time is our most valuable asset, bro. Like, I'm not gonna waste yours, you're not gonna waste mine. Understanding that, I think, brings us closer and closer together because we're eyes on the prize.
Yeah, and it just continues to get better. Like, we developed a flagship product together. That is a stupid fucking offer to the industry. We're probably pissing off some gurus right now with that offer.
Look, Guru Disturber.
I like that. Let's go let's hop on GoDaddy, see if that's just
right. No, for real though, bro. It's funny, dude, because like it's just about, that's a lost leader for us too. You know what I mean? Like, we're those people that, like, I'd rather show you it. And then, God bless my dad growing up, man. Like, it was really hard being a visionary and my dad being an integrator, because, like, you want to make your dad proud, this, that, whatever. And it's like, I would go to him all the time with these grand ideas, these great schemes, these great, like, processes that I think are going to work. And my dad is just, like, so analytical. And so, my dad's a developer for FedEx. Like, my dad got pulled out of college by FedEx to design their flight simulator. Like, my dad's a G. But, like, I would come to him with these great granular ideas, and he'd be like, don't tell me about it. Show it to me. And I'm like, fuck!
How am I going to do that?
What? Like, I was just want to talk, bro. Like, let me talk about rainbows and unicorns real fast, And so it's crazy, and so it's, for me, it's like, I'm at a point now where it's like, bro, like, this could be just a great idea. But, like, at some point, I had to show it to some people. I had to show it to myself, like, and it's, and with every accomplishment that I have, it goes back to just this one foot in front of the other, and so it's been really interesting too, to team up with you and to, merge our two businesses, bring both of our ops teams and dev teams together to produce this flagship product that we can now give away damn near at cost. And this is all a part of, like, the growth scheme. Like, what we're now doing is living it instead of just talking about it. So it's been a fun ride.
Yeah. And like, one of the other things that I really enjoy about you that I feel like we align really well is, like, one of my core principles since day one. This is since I got burned on some 997 gurus, right? Like, you go through the funnel, you buy their low ticket offer, you go through that course, you learn a tidbit of information where you're like, oh, that's cool, but it's not everything that I needed. Then they're like, I got everything you need course for 997. Right. Then you buy the 997 course and you go through that, and you're like, yeah, but what about the logic check and the automations and how do you do this and how you do that? And they're like, oh, that one's my one-on-one 6-month done with you $5,000. Fuck you, bro. Like, I just gave you $1,000 and your motherfucking landing page said everything I needed. You're fucking everything a liar. And so what I started doing, and I even got hate for this in the beginning, was I was showing everybody everything behind the curtains, because one of my core principles is capital should never be a reason you can't do what I do. Right. So everything in this life is either time or money. You don't got the money, you gotta spend the time. You don't got the time, you better spend the money. Right. And now that I've grown and everything, and I've worked with several other experts, and I'm always like, how can I just raise the money and find the money so I can save the time, right? Like back then I didn't realize how important my time was, and that's why I was working 80, 100-hour weeks, because I was just like try and grind and get it done, like Gary Vee style, you know. Right. And that's something you do as well. And like even through this entire book launch, which is, you know, you guys looking on might be going, dude, how the fuck did he do that? How did he get listed in top 10? How did he get #1 release in such a short period of time? And maybe you're just looking at the launch and the last 10 days of the pre-build up, but what you guys don't see is the months of him building a Facebook group, giving out the strategies, like truly peering behind the curtain. And if he wasn't actually delivering value, it wouldn't have spread like wildfire to bring so many people in. And so like I do the same thing. We had that 4-hour workshop together where I'm literally like, this is our flagship offer. Nothing left out, like everything. I don't
gives
have
out a WordPress
like,
website.
I literally
funnels, a CRM system, a 30-day drip sequence for $5,000, bro.
Like nobody does that shit. And then on top of that, who shows you all their secret sauce with no fucking strings attached? So I can be like, go ahead, steal the shit. Because you know what? If you're successful with it, that means I did my job. Because that's why I was put on this planet.
No, for sure, bro. I definitely think that we share that same, you know, core value, core principle, whatever. And I think that's, I agree, man. Like, you know, if I had to modestly say like what's one of the one contributing factors that I could give you guys right now to go do this, because we're gonna hit #1 bestseller within 24 hours. I guarantee you. You know, I already know that it's about giving out as much information for free as you can to help people along their journey. Now, I'm not saying you got to give everything away, because obviously we need you to make some money, right? But for me, it was like, how can we get people to achieve their goals for nothing? And then how can we if we can prove that to them, how can we get them to trust us by spending $14.99? And then spending $14.99, how can they, you know, continue up this value ladder, but not in the $9.97 guru way where we just keep holding things back. We're giving them everything that they need. And then once they take that and become wildly successful and get a massive ROI, whether that is with their time or their money, they keep coming back. But bro, we're going to hop off here. We're going to actually let Amazon's orders actually catch up because they're behind right now. So we're going to get off here. We've been live since 7:45. It is now 1:15. We're going to eat some lunch. We're going to hang out and kick it with the homies and celebrate some of the success. And I'll be coming back with another live for you guys here in a little bit to hopefully update you to see where we are in the standings. Hopefully Amazon gets it, you know, updated in time. That we can, you know, at least announce it live.
Some kind of fucking update.
It was a surprise to me when we heard it live about hitting #1 new release within 44 minutes and hitting top 10 in 3 hours. So I'm actually not stressed about it. I'm actually kind of just having fun kicking it with you guys at this point. But we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.